So there we go. That's Coca-Cola in your cooling system. In this video, it's cam cover gasket time for the Daewoo Matiz. Or is it? I'm also going to try and flush the cooling system out using Coca-Cola. Oh, that's interesting. This is the leaky corner. That's not very tight, I'm going to say. So I think actually I'm just going to use my lovely new ratchet. I love this ratchet. Look, it can swing down. It's beautiful. It's going the wrong way at the moment, apparently. I think we'll start by, well, that's squeezing some oil out. We'll start just by tightening up the bolts that are already there and see if that stops the leak. Yeah, that's not all that tight either. That one is. There we go. Maybe we don't need a new gasket after all. Oh well, we'll nip it up and monitor. I'll just get some degreaser or something so I can keep an eye on what's going on. Okay, maybe we won't be bothering with a cam cover gasket then. I'll monitor that and see if that improves. But we can do the cooling system flush. Just need to work out where I'm going to undo the radiator. There might be a tap on it. A lot of Asian Oriental cars tend to have a drain on the radiator, so I think it might be worth getting her up on ramps. I've got the hub nut bucket of success poised to receive. Going to try and undo the bottom hose. It's one of those springy clips. I haven't got a proper springy clip pair of pliers, so I'm hoping I can get the job done with some regular pliers. Ow, that exhaust is hot. Oh yeah, I think these pliers might just be up to it. That's the hose clip off. Let's see if I can get the hose itself off. Oh, wow, some of it's even going in the bucket. Some of it, yeah. That is disgusting. I think I'm going to turn on my tap here so I can wash away this disgusting stuff. This is why I hate doing coolant jobs, because you will spill some, and coolant is really bad for animals, etc. There we go. Where's my gun? Not that gun. Whoa, that's not connected in properly. Welcome to the joy that is my life. There doesn't seem to be very much in a bucket. Where's the rest of it? That can't be it. That's definitely starting to flow a bit more clearly now. Oh, I need to monitor that gasket, so let's get some engine degreaser on it while we can. Now, what's flooding over my feet is looking clear now, so whoa, Nelly. I hope we can say this is definitely heading in the right direction. Now, I would love to get heater hoses off and blast through the heater lines, but I can't even see the heater hoses. It's also compact down there. This is the downside of dinky little cars. Wow, that degreaser's good stuff though. Yeah, take a look at this. I only sprayed a little bit. It's bringing this cam cover up beautifully. So yeah, we hope it will now be sealed, but we shall monitor and see how it goes. It's quite obvious it's leaking oil because it stinks, because it's burning straight onto the exhaust manifold. People ask why I like air-cooled cars. This is why. Water-cooled cars are a pain in the arse, and this shoe's got a hole in it. And it's letting in water. There's a reference for the old folk. I'm using actual Coca-Cola. This is zero sugar, so hopefully a little less sticky. And people have asked, why on earth would you use this and not some proper flushing stuff? Well, again, it's chemicals. At least this is, you know, fairly healthy. Well, not healthy, but it's not dangerous stuff, is it? Coca-Cola. I mean, I personally wouldn't choose to drink it, but the children love the stuff. But I'm hoping this will counter the effects of the rad weld that's been put in there. And I think you've got two things. You've got phosphoric acid is one of the ingredients, so you've got something that's actually going to attack some of the build-up in the system. And then you've got the effervescent effect as well, I think has an effect. I've previously used it to very good effect on a Nissan Bluebird with a clogged heater matrix. But that was just the heater matrix. That's certainly bubbling away very merrily. And I mustn't forget the cap either. The cap did have a bit of pressure going on. So we'll treat the cap separately, I think, and just fill that and let that sit and stew. But mostly cooling system. Right, I think I'm going to run the engine at this point and see what happens. You can see it's working its way around the system because that's the return there. But look at this nasty sludge that's been left by the rad weld. I would say that's already having an effect. So there we go. That's Coca-Cola in your cooling system. Lovely. I can't put the cap on, the cap's still sitting over here, but I think I'm going to leave it at that now. We'll turn that back off. We'll leave that sitting in for a couple of days maybe, or at least overnight, and we'll see whether it makes any difference to the heater. This is interesting, isn't it? Air bubbles finding their way out of the system. It's the next day. It's reassuringly Welsh again today. The weather is absolutely horrific, but it's not raining, so I'm going to take that. Tomorrow the rain arrives really, but we need to get on, drain the cola out of the system, see if it's made any difference. I've no idea. It's still horrible in here. The level does seem to have dropped down a bit. Not sure where that's leaking from. Can't really see any signs of leak. But nonetheless, we'll get that draining out and continue. Let's get that bottom hose off again. Didn't clip it on last time, so that should be quite easy. Oh, there we go. Well, at least I know it's nothing more harmful than cola, really. If there was any antifreeze left in there, it wouldn't be very strong. I'm not recommending you drink cola that's just come out of a car cooling system, but nonetheless, yeah, it's not as harmful as it normally would be. Yeah, we're just trying to flush everything out. Again, it'd be really nice to get another hose off and try and blast through, but I just think that is not going to be at all easy on this car. I can't even really see the heater hoses. Oh yeah, there they are, right down the back of the engine. Yeah, we will not be getting at those today. So, oh gosh, everything's blown off the shelves. This is not joyous weather. I'm just going to see if I can get this into the radiator. for a bit of back flush action. There we go, get the hose in, turn on the tap and stand well back. Yeah, I would say that's not entirely working, would be my overall conclusion on this job. Alright, here we go with the new stuff. This is only 2-year coolant, because I suspect I'll be flushing this out again. But it's also what was used previously. You do have to be so very careful when mixing coolant. Using this stuff and then the orange stuff goes very badly. So that was just bought from a local hardware store. Got another waste container now, they're always useful. Jeepers. Oh, this weather is joyous. That's a good amount of antifreeze. Also put some water in. I'm going to fill it right up to the top, I think, or at least close to it. Try and get a decent head of water, because there's going to be a fair bit of air to burp out of the system. And I think I'll start the engine and start burping pipes. Yeah, that's the fresh coolant I can see coming in there. So it's definitely working its way around the engine block. As you can see there, trickling all the way back around. So we'll let that warm up. We might take the work lamp off the exhaust manifold, maybe. Might be a good idea. And we'll let it warm up. And then we'll see whether we get any heater improvement, because it was absolutely woeful even when it was on maximum temperature. Gosh, it's windy today. Yeah, it just wasn't hot. We've got the, I'm not sure if it's a tap or just an airflow box, so I've got it set to hot. Yes, hot is on the left on a Daewoo Matiz, quite unlike pretty much any other car that ever existed. I'm not sure why we're on recirculate. It should be on maximum airflow. But we'll let it warm up before we put the fan on, because putting your heater on slows the warming of your engine, especially on a cooler day. And we need to keep an eye on this, see if we get fresh oil leak. It's entirely possible we may do, so we'll just keep an eye on that. Seems to be running nice. So I've still got an airbox assembly on the way from Latvia, of all places. The Baltic states presumably got quite a few other than Matizes from where they were produced in Poland and Romania, so it might be the first European part I have. Oh, there, I've got some water on the belts. Yeah, I'm starting to think I should have cleaned the entire cam cover now, because that's looking quite shiny. Nonetheless, the coolant certainly looks a lot cleaner than it did. Our temperature is coming up, so the thermostat must be opening about now. I think it's time for the moment of truth. Let's put this on the face level vents. I'd say that's probably still counts as lukewarm rather than warm. Yeah, that's warming up a bit. I think we need to go for a drive and just to get everything warmed through thoroughly. Just back from a spirited drive, and let me tell you, that is hot. That is really hot. I know I'm wearing a hat and everything, but I wanted to keep wearing everything because in the winter time that's what I drive, and do I currently feel like I need to turn that down? And the answer is yes. That is a vast improvement. It's not quite as extreme as the improvement I had on the Nissan Bluebird. That went from no heater at all to, oh my gosh, that's toasty. And I suspect it is the problem that I haven't managed to really get into the heater matrix in quite such a focused manner as I did on the Bluebird. On the Bluebird, I literally took the pipes off the bulkhead
and filled just the heater matrix with cola. So I would say, you know, I would say that was £2 odd, was it £2.17 or whatever, well spent. And I've managed to improve the heating system on my Matiz. Oh yes, yeah, that makes a massive difference. Excellent. Well, I'm going to consider that a job well done, I think. Ellie can once more return to the luxury of the unit. Yeah, that's going to be it for this one before I get blown away. It is a wild old day. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget you can head to the Hub Nut store and buy lovely merchandise and things. And I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Farewell.